No, I'm not a human. Which is accurate. I'm not. I am a joke-telling machine. A machine that is severely outdated. Stuck on the same setting for 5 years and clearly has a few screws loose. But other than that, I'm entirely human. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to No, I Am Not a Human. A game recommended to me by a friend. Apparently, this is a game about people who knock on your door in the middle of the night and you need to decide if you let them in or not. Which sounded most interesting. And that's about all that I can remember. My friend described it quite some time ago, and my memory's appalling, just like my sense of humour. Oh my goodness, that brings back a memory. Actually, we just got back from our trip. Aren't you tired of... No, I really rather like it. Yeah, I remember. We went to the beach and found a body. It was way too hot yesterday, so we took off early. Is that why this person died of heat exhaustion? Oh, cat! We're getting her ready for... Why do I feel as if I'm hearing sections of 100 different conversations? She doesn't go. She doesn't want to go. What can you do? Not that is the answer. Put your shirt on, sir. That's not helping anybody. I'll drop by later tonight. A sentence which can be perfectly charming or rather terrifying depending on the tone of voice. Right. Okay. Sorry. When that started, it really, really reminded me of old point-and-click games. Like some that I played growing up were some point-and-click Famous 5 adventure games. My goodness, the art style reminded me of that. Most tremendously. Right. We live in a green world. Loneliness and isolation and people pointing at things on tables. Alright, fine. I'm sure there's something frightfully important that we need to, I'm sorry, what? Is that English, or am I having a stroke? I don't know. Radio, okay, good. There is English. And dog and or cat, I'm not entirely sure. I better not go there right now. I'll check during the day. Oh, okay, if you insist. It is currently the month of Rumalella, which sounds like a disease that makes you tell awful rumours. Better not go there, I'll check in the day. Alright. It seems clear that what I need to do is sack the man that put my doors together and answer the door. Can I have a look? Have a peek? Hello, neighbour. Long time no see. Mainly because I don't open the door for you to see me. How's life? I don't really know. Same as it ever was. Fine, I suppose. Oh my goodness. Same as ever. Never go nowhere. Never do nothing. Let me level with you. I came over for a reason. I've been getting a little worried about you. Well, that's very nice of you to say. I'm not sure why your arms are so disproportionately small compared to your head, but never mind. Something real bad seems to be headed our way. Better stay indoors now, don't I? I just got off the phone with my cousin. She told me the news is saying something weird is going on with the sun. Oh, I see. Does it sort of then not matter where we go to run away from this problem? Because we're all going to still be on the same planet and therefore we're all still going to die when the solar flare turns inside out or whatever it does. Might as well just have a few minutes of blissful ignorance before we all die in the supernova. And that... that's not how you spell anything, sir. There are people coming up from underground. They're calling them visitors for whatever reason. Oh, I see. I've had my fill of visitors over the Christmas period, so I've had quite enough of those. Creepy stuff, huh? I hope that it's not true. Right. Okay. So, Mr. Spock, what is going on with the planet and the star? It's either going to explode or something's going to explode on it. Not totally sure. Yeah, because, you know, if the destruction of all mankind and intelligent civilization that we're aware of on the planet was about to die, you wouldn't bother checking. Daft bastard. All I know is something's wrong with it. I'm sure you've noticed the summer's been the hottest one ever, right? You know, it's called climate change, mate. Get on board. I think we need to prepare ourselves for the worst. Again, by doing what? Unless you've got a rocket ship, I haven't noticed. My cousin told me that being home alone is dangerous. Ah, yes, because the sun hates shut-ins. Doesn't mind extroverts, but shut-ins can't abide such things. I came over to make sure you don't end up hurt, or worse. Right. Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm gonna nod politely. You can't see, because I'm behind a peephole, but okay. Okay. Let's continue this conversation in the morning, then. I'll see you in the kitchen when you wake up. Why do you live in my kitchen? I can't speak for any of you, but in my kitchen, there are not neighbours, right? There's a cooker, there's a sink, there's a fridge, there's a little freezer, there's a cabinet where I keep some knives and forks and stuff. Knives and forks I may need to use to defend myself with soon. I'll see you in the morning. Right, nothing creepy has happened, and I'm immensely creeped out. Looks like no one else is coming tonight. Right. Okay. I can see why my friend recommended this to me. We've not even started yet, and it's already a bit scary. Oh, a dog. A skinny dog is standing on the footpath that runs into the field. It seems to run off into the abyss, if you ask me. It's looking mournful, perhaps trying to find some food. Can I throw it some food? Some leftovers or something? I'll check during the doorway. You just don't want me to go anywhere, do you? Alright, fair enough. What can I see out of this window? I can see a few drunkards lay sprawled in the street. I'm sorry, is this normal? Oh, shooting star, what do I wish for? I wish that when I open the door, it's a man with a parcel of chocolate bars that I've ordered, and not a murderer with a big knife. They're laying on the cold, hard ground, appear to be fast asleep. Things are good for them right now. Okay. If that's the standard of living we're aspiring to in this little community, then okay. I'm a bit worried about the frame rate, so I'm going to check that, and then we'll carry on. Right. This game doesn't have many graphical settings, and with the price of RAM at the moment, I can't afford to upgrade my computer, so we're just going to have to live with it as is. Who is this creepy person? I don't know, but maybe I can call someone on the telephone and find out. I'm pressing space, but it's not happening. This seems to be slightly greyed out. Right. Alrighty. Let's go to bed, presumably, and wait for the morning. This seems to be a save space, but I can also save by quitting, it seems, so I'm not quite sure what all that's about. Never mind, just go to bed. Oh, blimey, I can sit in a chair. I can't sit in a chair. I can pull a blind, I can look at a cupboard, I can not straighten a lampshade, or I can go to bed. What's in the cupboard? I hate sleeping by the nightstand. Too many bad memories. Bad memories of what? I've got a lot of bad memories as well, mate, but very few of them involve nightstands. You just roll over and crack your skull on them? I don't know. What is behind there? Oh no, I don't look that way. Not anymore, no, because the emaciated dogs, the creepy neighbours, and the drunkards in the street were fine, but what's in that cardinal direction? Whew, can't cope with that. Alright, fine. Let's go to bed. Let's go to bed and sleep. I'm sure the world will look better in the morning. Breaking news! At 6:28 a.m. today, there was a powerful emission of energy from the sun. The burst of energy was far larger than scientists had predicted. As a result, temperatures outside have reached critical levels. The government has since declared a state of emergency. We ask the viewers to refrain from going outside during the day. Up next, something lighter. Yes, you'd struggle to find anything more bleak, wouldn't you? Right. Okay, what are these two things? I don't know what these are. I watch some television. Oh my goodness, the ballerinas dance gracefully, crossing the stage in strong but delicate leaps. Despite the elegance, the dance evokes anxious thoughts of how much pain their hamstrings must be in. I really don't know. If only someone could just explain what's going on. Yes, I feel a bit that way about media myself from time to time. Alright. Okay. Ow, my face. Oh, this place looks so much lovelier when there's a bit of light. Alright, let's, just listen to some... I'm sorry, what? What's going... I am far too tired to do a puzzle game. To catch the signal, turn the right knob. To do this, left click and hold on the right knob and move your cursor left or right. The knob for adjusting the volume is on the left. If you still can't get a signal, try changing the wavelength. To do this, click the handles in the middle and continue searching for the wave you need with the right knob. Right, I'm gonna pretend like I know what you're talking about. Oh, okay. So it changes the letters, and perhaps I can sort of decode this into something vaguely resembling human speak. What does this do? I don't really know. I can do things like this. I'm not entirely sure what good this is doing, or what languages. What are these lines? Are these lines sort of filling up here, aren't they? Is that my sort of time or something? Am I running out of time? I don't... Oh. What? What happened? I don't know. Oh. I was noticing that some letters weren't changing. Like here, look at this second word. The Y and the U don't change, which means it must be... That word must be U. Which means if we could find something with an O in it, we might be a little bit closer to solving this. Oh, hang on a minute, it's gone again. Oh no, hang on, it's just the same in certain things. Right, well here's some language in Klingon. I hope you're enjoying that tremendously. Right, let's put that down for a moment and pretend like we know what the hell is going on. I'm afraid of looking out right now will make me go blind. I better look at night. Oh, okay. I wish I had the faintest idea what you were doing. What is that? Toto, pretty much the only toy I had as a kid. Why does it look like a severed set of teeth and eyes? Apart from the sticks we used to whack the grass. Ah, good memories. Good memories. I don't get why it's not in the corner. I thought it was the rule. Then again, Dad never did give a damn about the rules. I don't claim to be a crucifix expert, but I've never heard that they have to be in the corner. But alright, if it makes you happy. Oh my goodness, it's beer day! Tremendous! We can all have a beer and pretend like life isn't quite so bleak. Right, what do we have of interest in here? One of the magazines where you've got to find a certain person in the crowd. Must be annoying. Wish people would just leave me alone already. Nobody's forcing you to play Where's Wally, mate. Just calm down, for goodness sake. You're not in a dentist's surgery. You don't have to look at the magazines if you don't want to. Honestly, I'm better off being alone. You can even talk out loud to yourself in a room with the camera and vaguely kid yourself that you're not going crazy. It's great, isn't it? Right, what's in the kitchen? Oh, yes, of course. My crazy friend with his beer for its beer day. Hello, friend. Damn, so it's all true after all. Well then, everything I said makes sense. Don't go outside during the day, and you have to remember to let other people in. Oh really? So that's why I need to let some people in and not let other people in, right? Let people in? I get that. I know you might not be crazy about having company over, but you have to let them in. My cousin doesn't know for sure why we can't just bunker down by ourselves. But she mentioned that if anyone comes and asks if you're alone, say no and tell them someone's in the house with you. Okay, I get the distinct impression it's trying to teach me gameplay mechanics, but why? Why do I need other people around? The people you let inside might bring something useful or share some interesting information. Right, okay, what is this, Harvest Festival and my house is the depository? Just don't forget to test them for signs of being a visitor. You won't have much energy during the day with this heat. So choose who you want to test carefully. You'll have to take a real close look. It's strenuous, draining work. Why do you know so much about this? Don't worry about chatting with people. That won't take up any energy, so talk as much as you like. You are clearly not an introvert. And be sure to look out of your windows. TV is great and all, but there's no better source of info than your own two eyes, because you don't absorb the television with your own two eyes. You do that with, I don't know, your feet or something. Alright, fine. I'll look out the window. I'm afraid all we can do now is try to survive and hope that this nightmare ends soon. Alright, I'm sure the government will help us somehow, yes, because the government is famous for always getting stuff done and getting it done right and getting it done quickly and cooperating, definitely, and is definitely not ill-equipped in the slightest. Even a really good government would be ill-equipped to deal with an exploding sun. Oh, blimey. Maybe they'll lead everyone to shelter or something like that. I've got high hopes. If they do, stick together with me and my family. Alright, that's it from me. Well, you can't leave because the sun will melt you or whatever. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm heading back home tomorrow night. Write down my number. They just set up a line over there. So, right then, I've got a pencil. I don't actually have any paper to hand. Oh, blimey. Oh, wait, yes I do. I do have some paper. Sorry, I took most of my paper to the office. Right. 71724. And under that I shall name Beer Man, for that is who he is. We'll keep in touch on the phone. Alright, that's really it. Crack a beer and get some sleep. I just got out of bed. Okay, what's in the fridge? Not much. Not much. Alright, let's have some beer. Yes, a cold beer still hits right. Alright, fine. What? The beer made me sleepy. I should go to bed. Oh, is that my energy bar then? I have some sort of energy limit and different tasks train it? Right, okay. Grandma crammed every cabinet full of dishes. Only pulled out the fancy set for holidays. Now who the hell needs it? Oh, okay. Well, it could be worse. Could be one of those people that have a fancy set of dishes and nobody's allowed to use them. Alright, what have we in the storage room? I don't know. We have a box. He said then, when I'm gone, you decide if you want to open that box or not. Been deciding for 15 years. I still can't make up my mind. Who are you talking about? Is he talking about his father? It's the only male character we've heard of thus far. What's in the bathroom? Not very much, including not very much room. A window? What? Explore the past of your house. What are you talking about? Window to another room. People used to do that to save electricity, so the light from one room spills into another. Right, okay. Okay, fine. Then they seal it up, but only on one side. I'm sorry. If you seal a window from one side, you're sealing it from the other side as well. That's how windows work, right? Unless you've got some kind of CIA interrogation room one-way glass. Somehow I don't think you've got the money for that if you're worried about electric lights. Alright. Oh, you've written down the number for me. That was kind, and you've written it down correctly as well. You've spelt neighbour wrong, but never mind, it's not an easy word to spell. No one will be out on the street at this time of day. Alright, well I can't look out the window, and I can't open the door, and I've had my beer, so I suppose there's nothing to do but go back to sleep. Been out of bed for about 5 minutes, and that's clearly already enough for me. No, I'm up and about in the middle of the night. Alright. What can we see out of the windows first? A little house. In the distance you spy the house of your neighbour, who's currently visiting you. A light blazes through the windows, and it seems like his family is waiting for him to come home. That's nice. That's nice. I wish I had a family waiting for me to come home, but I don't. But never mind. Ugh. A few teenagers hanging out in the yard. They are sitting around without a care in the world, chatting about something, and they pay you no mind, you creepy, starey person. Alright, is my neighbour still here? Perhaps. I don't seem to be able to go in there. Alright, any more drunkards in the street? There's a deathly silence outside. Well, that's nice, isn't it? There's no one there. Even the drunks decided not to go out. Are they afraid of something? I don't know, but the teenagers clearly aren't. Alright. I wish I had the faintest idea how to carry out a test of visitor-itis, but here we go. Ugh. Hello? My goodness gracious. There's a common stereotype in, I believe it's Japanese folklore, of demons taking the form of a creepy little girl with long black hair wearing a white dress. That's what I'm reminded of. Hello, is my father here? Can you get him for me? Is that my neighbour? I was okay before, but I'm really scared now. There's lots of strange people out here tonight. Ah. Right. Tell me something about your father. Does he like beer? I know a lot about him. He is my father, after all. I know he likes to drink a little beer before he goes out. When he does go out, he always leaves me yummy lunch and dinner and juice. What a nice man. But today I tried some of the beer stuff. Ugh, it was gross. Well, I'm glad we agree on something, but that's not the point. Why would anyone drink that when they could just have juice? Well, you know, I feel much the same way as you do, but people are daft, aren't they? Don't tell him I didn't have any of that. Alright. I mean, there are other kids around the back who seem to be around safely, so I guess if she was looking for somebody to kill, if she was a visitor, because I assume that's what they do, is she would presumably get the easy pickings around the back. Alright, how did you get here in one piece? I don't know, everything feels like it's opposite day now. People stay at home and sleep during the day, and then go out and do stuff at night. I'm still scared of the dark, but maybe there's nothing to be afraid of. Or is there? Is this a bloody pantomime? I'll get your dad for you. Good luck. Okay, I'll be trusting. Thank you. I was gonna go home. It's scary out here. We're gonna go play a new game Father made for me. You have to roll the dice, and you move stuff around like the armchair or the couch. That sounds like a terrible game. You build a big pile near the door to win. What? Thank you very much, but I'll stick to solitaire. Ugh. You scared me, son. Alright. Well, he seems a happy bunny, so that's all fine and dandy. I want to have another quick look out the windows and see if anything's changed. Doesn't seem to have. Oh, there is someone knocking on the door. I thought I could hear just a brief knock, but then it seemed to stop for a moment. Alright. Everything still seems to be fine on the home front. I seem to have made one good decision, but that seems to be about it. Oh, maybe the idea is that this is how you kind of quit and save, but this is how you save if you want to sort of go along as you do. Saves the game. This save persists even after your current playthrough ends. My favourite drink. It makes me feel good, clears my mind, and reminds me of better times. Alright, I've made one good decision. Watch me make a litany of wrong ones. Alright, who's there? Ugh. My goodness, I screwed around in the settings, but I didn't think I bollocked the aspect ratio. Can I come in? I was taking shelter at a bar down the road, but then the Spanish Inquisition caught me, put me on the rack and stretched me. I'm now 7 feet tall. They kicked me out just like that. Why? I guess not everyone there found my personality particularly palatable. You're clearly not drunk if you can enunciate quite so well. I don't mean you any harm, don't worry. It's just life's crappy sometimes, you know. So what do you say, my good man? May I come in? I mean, you're wearing a box pleat, and that's good. That's good, isn't it? You're not a visitor, are you? I don't know how to identify one, but alright. You're a visitor? Do I look like one of those monsters? I don't know. I don't know what they look like. No, I'm not a visitor, and you're never going to get a straight answer asking that directly. Well, I suppose you're right, but I don't really know what I'm doing, so I have to start at the basics, don't I? I guess things here won't be any different from the bar. I've got a beer in here. Why did they kick you out of your previous shelter? I considered saying something rude just now, but I thought better of it. I told you already, somebody there didn't like me. Now that I think about it, maybe it's a good thing they tossed me out. They could have eaten me alive back there, and no one would have noticed. Okay. Well, hang on. My neighbour's left, hasn't he? And I'm not allowed to be home alone. because, I don't know, Child Protective Services will get involved. Okay, I guess you can come in. Thank you. Trusting people doesn't amount to a hill of beans these days. What are you talking about? But I appreciate you trusting me. Perhaps I even... Well, no, I shouldn't promise anything. Promise what? What are you thinking of promising? Oh my goodness, there's a bloody thoroughfare down this road. I thought that would be it. I thought he'd be the last visitor of the night, but apparently not. Alright. Who's next? My goodness gracious, madam. If you're looking for the chiropractor, he's not here. I'm sorry to bother you so late. It's just so hot today, and the TV said we shouldn't go out in the sun, so could you maybe find some space for me? My goodness gracious. Who are you? And why do you look so creepy? I live out near the city. The asphalt over there is heating up pretty bad, as you can imagine. Yes, that's hilarious, isn't it? I actually worked a register at a local store. At one point, I mean. I don't anymore. They fired me. I've always had bad luck with work. Oh. Okay. Right. I didn't really need your life story. Just your DNA test results that say if you're a visitor or not. What will you do now? Try to survive somehow? It's freaky out here, with there's visitors everywhere, and there's someone roasting everything. But I'd really like to live. I mean, it's attractive most of the time, isn't it? Aren't you scared of you? Yes. Tell me it'll all be over soon. Oh, blimey. I am hoping the game's taking me on a gentle learning curve, and it's saying someone who is obviously spooky should not be let in, so I'm sorry. We're all full up here at Phil's Hotel. You're gonna have to find somewhere else. I get it. Thanks for hearing me out anyway. Clearly I should go then. Bye. Yep. Well, it's good to know I'm not the person with the worst social skills in town. That's nice. That's nice to know. Oh, for crying out loud, can I go to bed? I'm tired. I don't have the energy to deal with this. Oh. Right, okay. It is the resurrected corpse of a Protestant burnt at the stake, it would seem. Hey man, open up. Sun's beating down like a spotlight. I'm gonna go blind at this rate. The sun isn't out, it's in the middle of the night. Let me crash here a couple nights. I won't hang around forever. I'm not some, what's the word for it? Freeloader. Oh, right, okay. Like hosting an A-lister in a dive bar with no crowd control. I'm gonna pretend like I have the cultural awareness to know what that means. Right. Okay, why do you look like you haven't slept in a week? Yeah, you should try and mind your mate. What do you have on you? What, like money? What do you mean, like fleas? I haven't. That's why. I played a set till dawn, then some wackos rolled up our spot and started stealing things. They even busted my guitar. All this is turning people into animals, man. Honestly, if I were a visitor, I'd be kicking the door in or crawling through a window. Instead, I'm just here. I don't think visitors can do that. I don't know. She doesn't come across as she's a bit of a bellend, right? That much I don't deny. But she's putting on too good of a show of being offensively human, I suppose. Alright, fine, I'll take a chance. I wouldn't go, what? What? Yeah, that's string bean, that's who I mean. Get rid of them, yeah? What? Can I only have one person in at a time? Or are there certain people that... Are there certain people that don't like other people, and then they'll only come in if somebody else isn't there? Oh, right. Well, no, if you don't like the company I keep, then you can keep your own company. Goodbye, madam. If not you, someone else will let me in. That's more than fine with me. That's more than fine with me. Looks like no one else is coming tonight. Thank goodness gravy boats for that. I am exhausted. I want to go to bed. Alright, presumably everyone sleeps in my kitchen, which is weird, but alright. Good afternoon. Here is the news. The sun's activity rises steadily, as the crime is also reaching a new high. According to recent data, the number of murders over the last few nights has surpassed average figures. You have an average number of murders every 3 nights, which isn't 0? Okay, that's a bit worrying. I'd like to think there's like a murder once a year or something. Never mind. Not that, if the year went by and there hadn't been a murder, I'd be upset. But you know what I mean. Experts suspect even, this is related to society's ever-growing anxiety surrounding visitors. You sure it's not just visitors doing the murdering? And now, over to, just a moment. What? Our studio just received an urgent transmission regarding contact with the phenomenon we are calling the visitors. You say that like you've never heard of this, despite the fact that we've been discussing it for the last 2 days. Eyewitnesses' accounts describe them as creatures that can imitate the appearance and behavior of humans, avoid contact at all costs. In one case, a visitor was able to be identified with one telltale sign: perfectly white teeth. Ah, right, so visitors are Americans. Right, okay. Okay, so they've got perfectly white teeth. If I open the door, punch them in the face, and pour a load of Marmite in their chops, does that make them not a visitor anymore? Okay. Alright, well, we've learned some of the signs. Whoa. Our early reports seem to back this up. Okay. Which is which? Sources say they encountered an unhoused person, that's a real interesting turn of phrase, with perfect white teeth, who later turned out to be a visitor. That's all for now. Stay calm and don't leave the house during the day. I'm guessing the perfectly white teeth are the one on the right, because the one on the left, although most of it just seems to be... Sorry, let me stroke your teeth there, good sir. Most of them just seem to be lined in between. It looks as if there's perhaps 1 or 2 that are cracked. Versus that is more unabashed, isn't it? More weather updates. But first, a message from our sponsors. Enough of that. Alright. Let's go and meet our guest. Our guest is gone. Okay, I don't know why our guest is gone. Has our guest gone somewhere else? Not that I can see. It's interesting we got an achievement earlier because... Oh, I don't remember that being clickable before. Apparently the game has 60 achievements, which makes it seem longer than I expect. I need to check myself. Oh, okay. Well, I'm still there, so that's good enough. My teeth? My teeth? Okay. Do I have perfectly ghastly teeth? What? Check a person for visitor signs for the first time? That person's me. I mean, they're pretty darn good. They're better than mine. I mean, you seem to have a bit of a soreness here, and you really need to start brushing in this department. But otherwise, oh no, what? Smokers would kill for these. So would I, and I've never puffed in my life. What is? Oh, you are still here. Hello. How are you? Was there something you wanted? Yeah, you out of my house. I need to test you. Why did I throw you out of the bar? We already discussed that. Right, okay. Don't take this out of context, my dear friend here. But would you mind sort of opening your mouth for a minute? Because if you don't, I'm going to kick you out. What do you want to check? I want to have a look at your teeth. Why do you want me to show you? Because I'm a practicing dentist? Taking the odor of sadness and smoke. I mean, they're not as white as mine. Okay. Pull out the gun? I'm sorry, what? From whence did that come? Okay, fine. I think we made the right decision on him. Okay. What is today's day? It is Cucumber Day. Yes. I mean, that's healthier than the last one. But, you know, you get... I'm not... Actually, no. I was going to make a dirty joke there, but I'm not actually going to do that. I think that might be going a little far. All right. Let's go back to bed and see what happens tonight. I was going to say in the morning, but clearly that's That's not how this works. Alright. I don't know if my friend is still here or not. Because if he is, then I don't necessarily need to let anyone else in. But if he's not, then I do need to, No. Just, you haven't even said the question yet. But the answer's no. You, my friend, can turn yourself... Well, no, I can close my eyes, then you can turn yourself around, because I've already had one face full, I don't need another one. You can waltz yourself over to the trouser shop, you can buy some, and then you can come back and we can have a conversation. And not before. Not really. Not really. No. Why haven't you got any pantaloons on? Ain't it obvious? Hotter than the devil's arsehole out here. No clue why the rest haven't figured that out yet. You're just gonna get sunburn. Walking around like it's snowing or something. Bunch of clowns. Me, I've been around. Yes, I have no doubt. That's one of the reasons why I want to keep quite far away from you. First thing I did, walking out of that gate, is peel all that junk off. Now I am breathing easy. Why didn't you just stay in jail? I'm sorry, what? Is that the gate we're talking about? Okay, fine. What are you doing here? Ain't got nowhere to go. No cash. Old lady hitched up with some other clown. Oh, you mean your old lady. Right, sorry, I thought you just meant some random old lady you were talking about. And I ain't got a roof to crawl under. You ain't even got the shirt on your back after you threw that in the sea. And I peep this spot. Clean, quiet, off the map, yep. Clearly some sort of shotgun lives here that you could easily murder and no one would notice for 3 weeks. Out in the sticks with no punks snooping around. Solid place. Anyway, enough jawing. You let me crash here or not? Can I test him? You clearly need several tests done, but no. I mean... Again, I'm sort of trying to apply the same logic I did last time, even though I didn't really test it. Yes, he's not being a tremendously gregarious human being, but he's not behaving in a way that somebody that wasn't human but was trying to convince you they were human would be behaving. Not that I'd know anything about impersonating human beings. But you know what? I have two basic rules in my house. You can't come in if you are a creature which does not know how to use a toilet, and you can't come in if you haven't got any trousers on. So, no. Nah, you're a fun one, ain't you? Adios, sucker. I do not feel regret about my decision. What the hell is that? A man as pale as death itself is standing on the footpath. Now's the time for your gun, Annie. There's strange folds in his skin, as though his flesh is the wrong size for his body. You can't see his eyes from here, but you can feel his gaze boring into you. You suddenly feel a deep sense of fear and pray that the terrifying visitor passes by your house. Yep. Can I ring my friend? Friend, there's a creepy man. Okay. Oh, bodies of teenagers lying on the ground. Are they all dead? Oh, blimey. Someone killed them, probably him. It had to have happened recently. The blood hasn't dried. Oh, I'd have thought in this heat it had all evaporated. Okay. Your neighbour and his daughter are through the window. They're playing happily, trying to forget about the ongoing horrors, like the 3 bodies of children that are about 50 feet away. If only for a moment. Bloody hell, this is a very good game. It's building up a tremendous little world with not many pieces. Alright, who do we have here? Oh, blimey. There, much better. Oh, howdy. My lovely wife and I are looking for a safe place to weather the storm. Why does your wife look like she is reacting to the olfactory assault of a tremendous fart? I don't know, and I don't think I want to let you in on the back of that. Would you mind if we crashed here a bit? Only if it's no trouble, of course. What if you're the trouble? Does my house look safe to you? Probably safer than the road that's next door. Honestly, your place looks safer than any other we've seen. Ain't that right? I don't really know how to explain it. No, well, I've never seen any other buildings, so I don't really know. Big house, little out of the way. Big house! I've heard of things that are bigger on the inside than they are on the outside, but I've heard of anything that's smaller on the inside than it is on the outside. No nosy neighbours, just you. Less chance of some cuckoo showing up, Everyone seems tired in this place. Can your wife speak for herself, or can she just sneer? Of course she can. Will you say something? She's just really tired. I'm sorry. But maybe if we all talk together another day, if we ever meet again, of course. Right? What are you talking about? Why can I not test people at the door? Because that seems like a real sensible time to be doing tests, but alright. No, I was going to say I know what a visitor looks like now, but it said that they could mimic a human appearance, couldn't they? Alright. Would visitors have the sense to pair up? Or would a visitor on their own somehow pair up with somebody else so that they could then have a human do the talking for them so that they can then get into the house and each two people? This must be what it's like to be a conspiracy theorist. You just see perfectly reasonable things in front of you and then just let everything spiral out of control. Fine. You know what? Okay. It would be nice to have two people crashing on the couch. Why are you just standing there? Come in. The nice man's invited us in. She's just feeling a bit shy. That's alright. We'll be rested up and you'll be back to your normal self soon. What is her normal self? Slightly less scary. Speaking of scary, I sense the energy here is stagnant. Yes, I haven't opened the windows for a while. It's got a little tinky in here. Okay. Something very bad is developing within. Yes, I've been feeling that too. But that's what I get for eating leftover turkey that's a bit past its prime. The sun and the Leo are in the 5th house. I can see it so clearly. Right. Okay. So, some bloke named after a lion and some sprog of some other bloke are in an ass, number 5 down the road, and you can see it clearly because they've forgotten to pull the blinds, have they? Okay, well that's lovely, but stop invading people's privacy and stop looking so creepy. You're a pretty assertive person, aren't you? Well, you know, I have just been blasting my opinions into your face. My goodness gracious. I know I come up with the most random of references from time to time, but there's something about these cheekbones that really remind me of an old set of action figures called the Infaceables, which had these sort of little rubber faces that could kind of be stretched over, like a plastic skull beneath them, with a little mechanism, so they could go from having a vaguely normal-looking face to having a very sort of taut and frightening-looking face, which often accentuated their cheekbones, and really reminds me of this. Anyway, that's not the point. You are probably not a visitor, because again, a visitor would do a better job of seeming like a reasonable human being than you do, but I don't need you and your fish lips in my house, so kindly take your satanic star and the whatever the hell this is, looks like it fell off an anchor, and go away. I'm not trying to overstep here, darling, then don't get so overly familiar with your term of reference. I can just help you understand the cause and effect relationship behind the suffering in these walls. The cause is that the woman in the picture on the wall dumped me, and the effect is that I'm sad. There we are. It's that rocket science level of thinking that makes me the local Einstein in this town. I'm not going anywhere near this, and the rest of it just doesn't make sense. Scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. No, thank you. I don't need my back scratched, and I'm afraid of catching something off of yours. Thanks for jumping one of my already troubled mind. You took the words out of my mouth. You're crazy. I understand this is stressful since you're a Capricorn rising. What? What? I am no such thing. I am certainly not a load of popcorn rising in a microwave. Leave me alone. You're juggling several constellations within yourself. You're a complex person. Is this what astrology is? You just turn up at people's doors, talk bollocks. You can use affirmations to reach the depth of your inner cosmos. You understand, don't you? And everything will fall into place. How about you fall into the porch of some other poor sod? Go away. You're not interested in working on yourself. Is that what you're saying? If you're trying to sell a course, then no. Not interested in becoming a better you. My goodness, it sounds like a LinkedIn post. Please go away. I shall make sure to manifest you a terribly explosive bout of diarrhea. I mean, that would be an interesting power to have, wouldn't it? You know, someone cuts you up on a roundabout, you just curse them to have their back end explode. Bloody hell. Oh, good. I'm glad. I wanted to have a look out the window and see if, yep, he's still there. Okay, that's enough of all that. Bloody hell. Right, okay. I can't carry on saving, so we're gonna have to go to bed and see if the woodsman and his wife are going to murder me or not. Good afternoon. Here is the news. The anomalous heat is continuing to rise, and the invasion of the visitors has shown no signs of slowing. As such, the government has founded a new organization to address the emerging situation, because everything can be solved with a committee. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, abbreviated as FEMA. Isn't there a real American agency called FEMA, like the it's got something to do with like emergency relief after natural disasters? Don't they get called in after hurricanes and things? Anyway, that's not the point. FEMA employees can be identified by their yellow hazmat suits and gas masks. Merely days since their founding, the new agency has already discovered a new way of identifying visitors. Dirt under the fingernails. So presumably if I can't test people at the door, which would be the really frickin' sensible time to test people, I have to test people when they're in my house. Which means presumably they don't kill me on the first night. But maybe I need to do something to get rid of them if I discover that they are a visitor. Specialists say that this sign helps identify visitors who have crawled out from underground. That's all for now. Stay calm and don't leave the house. Next, a crisis report regarding a pale maniac. You can just imagine a newsreader saying that in an overly chipper tone of voice, can't you? Bloody hell, right. Is my thin friend still here? Yes, he is. Okay. So could I ask... Presumably I could ask him about his fingernails if I wanted to, but I'm relatively confident that he's human. Are things any better now? I don't bother anyone anymore. It's not worth it. When I hear voices on the TV or overhear conversations, the light flickers on inside my mind. Then I stop myself. There's too much work for no gratification. No, I'm done. These nerves of mine are already shot to hell and back. Life was dreary enough before all of this, and now, one day I'll hang from the chandelier over the whole baptized world. What are you talking about? You've been in my house for 48 hours. You must have sobered up by now, unless you've been having my beer. I really don't know. I'll just continuously slam this door in my face. Alright, who's in the office? Maybe more people could sit here in the office if they wanted to. I want to test myself for my fingernails. I need to check myself, yes. I want to have a look at my hands. They're all grubby. No, they look clean enough to me. Clean hands. Some powder marks. Nothing major. Powder marks? What are you talking about? What are you wearing? Foundation? Alright, how are my friends? Hello, friends. You seem to have aged about 15 years in the night. Okay. Don't pout. Why were you guys out on the street? I'd like to test you. Oh, yes, of course. Just please don't trouble my darling wife. She's exhausted. Why are you so worried about her? Right. I mean, if he was a human and she was a visitor, he wouldn't be trying to protect her, would he? Oh, I don't know. Let's have a look at your hands. My wife and I keep clean, don't we? Yes, you seem to have some interesting bruises here. Honestly, even in these times, it's mighty weird not to take care of yourself. If I get sick, who'll keep my honey bun safe? Nobody. Yes. Maybe that's because you won't be able to ask anybody because she doesn't seem to say anything. That's coming from a man who doesn't like to talk to people very much at all. Maybe that's why the visitors are here. What are they? They don't get sick like us. Are you really? Really? Because they seem pretty damn sick to me from what I've seen. All right. We've looked at 2 sets of mittens, and that's enough to exhaust me. So we're going to see what's next. The frame rate seems to have picked itself up a little bit, so that's encouraging. Maybe the computer just needed to get into its stride. Armed soldiers through the window, who all seem to be about 4 feet tall. Apparently it's a small squad that was sent here from the city to provide security for the FEMA employees. You hear fragments of information about a pale man with a bare torso. Maybe they want to track down the creepy visitor. What, you mean the man from last night? Well, that's laudable goal, but I keep meaning to ring my neighbour and I always forget. He's going to think I've died. Oh, blimey. The charred husks of the teenagers' bodies are lying on the ground. Looks like they've been there all day. 2 FEMA employees are standing next to the bodies and writing something down. It's a good thing they showed up to take away the corpses. You hate to think what kind of diseases could spread if the decaying flesh were left to rot. Yes. Sort of begs the question why I didn't call somebody to do that or clean it up myself or anything really. Blimey, what's going on here? There's a small group of FEMA employees, and by a small group I mean quite a large group, seems to be about 10 of them, standing by your neighbour's house. You wonder what they're talking about. Maybe they're taking soil samples or looking for somewhere to set up a base. Yes. Okay. I'm going to pretend like I've got the faintest idea what's going on, and we're going to look out of this window and see... Well, they say don't judge a book by its cover. I don't think they say don't judge a man by his bare chest, but if they did say that, it would be an apt phrase. Well, it wouldn't be an apt phrase because I am judging this man by his bare chest, and I'm going to tell you right now, spoiler alert for 3 minutes later in this conversation, I'm not letting him in. Howdy. I'm not letting you in. I mean, that's sort of what I want to say, but, you know, we need to give people a fair shake of the lamb's tail, don't we? What do you want? Spacious house you got yourself here. I like it. I've got a gun. Oh, well, that's lovely, but it's not for sale. No, you don't. So, are you alone? I remember there was another piece of information, wasn't there? So we have to tell them we're not alone. That's what my neighbour said. I remember now. No, I'm not alone. I've got 3 friends. It's your lucky day. I can hear someone whispering inside. But who knows where they'll be in a few days. Still here if they've got any ruddy sense. Ugh. Sometimes when I press Q to come out, it just immediately throws me into the next conversation, which is interesting. Right. Sir. Dearest sir upon my doorstep. I appreciate that unlike the last 2 people I've seen on this door, you've got a shirt on. You've got one on that's the wrong size, but it's a start. But you really need to iron your trousers. Alright. I can hear you on the other side of the door. I can hear your footsteps. Mind if I crash here for the night? You seem a cheery chap. There's enough anger out here already. Times are tough, but there's still so much worth fighting for. The next generation, art, just the joy of life itself. Yes, I mean, I'd say all three of those things are going not tremendously well at the moment, but I'm glad you've got optimism. If we keep telling ourselves it'll be okay, maybe things will be a little bit easier. Yes. Just lie and then everything will be better. Alright. What are some of the things that bring you joy in life? Oh, plenty of reasons, but I can't tell you what should make you happy. What did you used to love doing before all of this happened? Try to remember what brought you joy. We can't allow ourselves to wallow in despair, now more than ever. If instead we think about the things that we used to have before the nuclear apocalypse, and we think about all the people that we loved, and the places that we went, and the food that we ate, and the films that we watched, and we think about how the fact that they're not here anymore because they've all been burned to death, then we'll just feel so much better about life, won't we? Oh wait, no. Okay. He seems like a friendly man. Again, this isn't the way I'd expect someone who's not human to try and pretend to be human. I've got no idea what this is, or what this weird sort of tail thing it's got here is, but okay, I'll give him a try. I hope you remember what it was like to feel joy. Maybe then death won't be the only thing on your mind. I think I might have made a boo-boo. Okay. Excuse me. Would you men with guns mind interviewing people on the street and finding out which ones are crazies? Alright, what's next on the agenda of fun? Who are you? So we meet again, Mr. Bond. I remember things were a bit different last time we crossed paths, yet we remain alive. It's a strange thing. I don't know how to explain it. Well, you better start explaining before I leave this door thoroughly locked. I'd like to start our conversation with a divination. Tell my fortune by choosing a page in this book. Where should I open it? What's going on? It's gonna make me, playing this game make me feel better about where I live though. Because yeah, occasionally you get curious people who turn up at the door. But we've never had this many crazy people turn up at once. Alright, maybe something in the middle. Who are you? Me, I am I. You are home. Ah yes, a tragic story indeed. If you're a tragic storytelling, because it didn't make any sense. Is that what awaits us? It's quite possible. What in the name of Bluebeard's balls are you talking about? I need to think it through carefully. Do you have any insights to offer? Not really, because I didn't understand anything after you opened your mouth. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. I only came here to tell you something. Events will soon begin to unfold. You must be ready. It may sound strange, but the cat must enter. I cannot yet explain how, but I am certain it will help you. You can choose what you do with this information, of course. As for me, I'll go have a ponder on the deeper meaning of your divination while I get out my dictionary and look up what under the sun that means. Alright. I'm going to write on my paper, because this is the only thing keeping me alive at the moment. Let the cat in, ? I mean, I already have let the cat in. She's there, and she's having a sleep. So, we'll leave it with a question mark. Okay, have we seen any cats in this game? Have we seen any of them? We saw that dog at the start, didn't we? But I haven't seen any cats, I don't think. Well, he didn't even ask to come in. He just wandered about and asked strange questions. Alright. Did I let someone in tonight? I don't remember. Was there a... Oh yes, I let the man with not enough shirt in, didn't I? Good afternoon. Here is the news. FEMA has taken new measures to address the ongoing visitor invasion. As of now, they've organised quarantine zones and detained potentially dangerous suspects. FEMA has also identified a new visitor sign after experimenting with those detained. Alright, it said something about blood. I didn't quite get most of it because I accidentally pressed space twice, but never mind. This sign after observing detained visitors, noting the creatures have increased photosensitivity, causing their eyes to become red or inflamed. So was it bloodshot eyes? Is that what it said? Bloody hell. That one in the middle is proper spooky. That's all for now. Stay calm and don't leave the house. Next, a report on FEMA. Wasn't that what we just had? Never mind. Can I ring my friend and see if he's alright? Can I ring my friend and talk to him? 711-724. Ring, ring. Hello? Are you there? Hey neighbour, thanks for calling. Hello? I'm still all shaken up by this. The murders, the soldiers, FEMA. They even showed up at my door last night. Asked about people staying around here, scribbled something on a tablet, and then one of them took someone out of my house. Spooky. Good thing they didn't take your daughter. He didn't say that they didn't. Where did they take them? Hell if I know. They said they were going for tests. I thought all these soldiers and government officials would fix things. Oh, shock horror, the government turns up and doesn't make things better. In other news, bears in the woods and all that. Should have known better than to think they'd help us or get us to a safe place. Oh. Interesting. What do you know about this FEMA? I don't know. Nobody really knows much about them. They came out of nowhere, acting like they've got everything under control. But how do they even spot the signs when they're all just normal human traits? Well, I suppose that's true. There are human beings with bloodshot eyes, dirty nails and white teeth. Not typically all at once, but, you know, if you're addicted to tooth whitening kits, you've been out on the booze, and you've had so much booze that you've had to crawl your way home across an allotment, then, you know, maybe you'd have those three traits. But, alright. Feels like they're not telling us the whole truth. Oh, okay. Is your daughter alright? No way in hell I'm ever letting that happen over my dead body. I think that's probably their plan, but alright. Those bastards lay a finger on her. I'll tear them apart! Okay. Okay, that's fine. Well, you have a nice day now. I'm tired. Never thought we'd end up living through interesting times. Indeed, so many questions and no answers. I need to ask you something. If something happens to me, promise you'll look after my daughter. Oh, alright. Alright, I suppose. I mean, she's probably not a visitor. I mean, she'll be a visitor to my house, but she won't anyone else. Oh, I've got 3 points of energy now. Alright. So I can continue to check myself, and I can check my guests. Let's have a look at my eyes. I also just want to see what my character's eyes look like. They seem fine. Sort of bluey green colour. Eyes look fine. Not red. Nothing they can pin on me. That's an interesting turn of phrase you say there, my friend. Alright, is my new guest here? Yes, hello, with your odd green leggings. Hello, friend. Oh, they were sunglasses. Ugh. Everything's going to be okay. Still feeling chipper and cheery, aren't you? Well, you literally do have green leggings on. How odd. Alright, I need to test. Alright, if it helps. Your eyes look a bit weird. I want to have a look at your eyes. They're fine. Okay, that's good. Eyes remember a lot. Okay. That's good. Creepy people. Alright, I feel like I've interrogated that man enough. What about you, grouchy lot? How far do you have to go? Oh, my wife here isn't good with directions. If we can't find someone to help us, it'll probably be a 2-day trip. And that's after we've gotten lost a few times, figuring out which way we were meant to be going. If someone could give us a ride, though, that'd be swell. Then it's a couple hours tops. Right. Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about. That you're gonna see your dear old mother? Who knows what's happened to her with all the things being the way they are? Her phone's been turned off and we haven't been able to reach her for days. What if she needs help? We need to make sure she's okay, which begs the question why we spent a day and a half sat in this man's kitchen, but never mind. Nights are way shorter these days. Pretty darn scary walking around outside. But it's alright. We'll see your mother soon. That's good. That's good. I need to test you. I need to see if you've still got your wisdom teeth, because it's very expensive to have those taken out. To protect the ones you love, sometimes you've got to sink your teeth into life. That's one way of going about it. I mean, they're pretty white. My teeth aren't perfect, but it is what it is. They tease me about them in school, though. Where are those bullies now? Probably rotting in some alley, beaten to death by the same kind of monster they once were. I mean, that's one way of looking at life. The guy next door's all cheery chappy, you know. If you can't be cheerful about the continuation of the human art forms, I guess you can be cheery about the fact that your bullies have probably been murdered in an alley? I mean, I don't like to judge people for the way they find satisfaction in life, but blimey. It's a grim way of looking at things, isn't it? Oh, blimey. I was never this popular before the apocalypse. And I'm starting to miss those times. Right. Conjunctivitis Awareness Day. That's why I was looking at your Jeepers Creepers guests. Honest. Do people not leave after a while, then? Do people... Ugh. Scary man. Hello. I mean, I assume it's a man. Do people not leave then until I pull a gun on them? Interesting. I'm from FEMA. We're making house calls around your neighborhood, checking in with the residents. Oh, are you alone? Why should I trust you? Are you alone? No, of course not. My squad split up into smaller groups so we could cover more ground. It shouldn't take much of your time. Oh. Okay, what are you gonna do to help? Our first order of business is collecting more data to send to FEMA HQ. Once we do that, we'll be able to develop a suitable response procedure. My idea of a suitable response procedure would probably involve this gun here, but never mind. Right now, you need to stay calm and don't try to grab my gun. Okay, so what do you want to do? I'll take one person. We'll run tests to make sure they're okay and determine if it's safe for them to continue living in the area. We'll verify that they're human too, of course. What? What? Surely your whole organization exists solely to test if people are human, not if they're just safe. Don't get me wrong, there are some people in the world who are not safe, right? That society is not safe from, right? That's why we invented prisons, and we put those people in them. But I'm not sure that I trust you. Okay, do I need to park? Should I just... So I should just wait here for something to happen? Okay, are you taking me? Is this your house? Then no. Stay with the other residents. If you need to evacuate, we'll let you know. We'll take one person and be on our way. Oh, blimey. They took Mr. Cheery Chappy. Well, don't worry. The grass is always green on the other side of the testing pit. So you go in there, and I'm sure everything will be lovely. You'll like him. He's a friendly man. He's a friendly man. Okay. Was that good? Was that bad? I don't know what I've done. I didn't look out the windows. Ugh. The entire squad of soldiers that arrived yesterday is dead. Looks like someone massacred them. Bodies are scattered across the street, and one of them is missing its head. Oh, blimey. Was the creepy stranger I saw the man who came to my door originally? I don't know. Oh, it's him again. Oh, the creepy pale man is standing in the street smiling. He's holding a decapitated head in a helmet. He's the head of a soldier. His face is frozen in a terrified grimace. You're not sure what scared him more, the pale visitor or his own impending death. Are they not one in the same? Bloody hell. Oh my goodness gracious! Your neighbour's house, which he just painted white, is now charred blacker than black. What are you talking about? It's on fire! It seems like the fire is still blazing even now. Could someone have burnt it down on purpose? What happened to your neighbour's family? Is anyone still alive? Worry thoughts swirl in your head and you're overcome with a feeling of incomprehension and helplessness, just like my exams. Oh wait, no, hang on a minute. Oh my goodness. Well, I promised to take care of his daughter, so if it's his daughter at the door, I guess I gotta let her in. Goodness gracious. I don't wish to be sexist, but you don't necessarily have to go to the trouser shop if you don't want to, you know. My goodness. Right, okay. How are you? Managed to adapt, Charlie said managed to adopt Chet. We're working through the paperwork, but it's difficult, you know. How silly of me to ask. You do live here, after all. Oh. Okay. Okay. You look different than most people I've met in this world. So you noticed? Yes, I did. I'm trying not to notice too much, but you're not making it very easy. Yes, I'm sure they do. My goodness. This is a difficult video to make, isn't it? Previously because of, you know, like the murderers and the killers and the rest of it, and now just, you know, to remain seemingly vaguely gentlemanly. Even more so than they used to. You're not much of a talker, are you? Tell me about yourself. Ah. Okay. I used to pray my father would drop dead. Is that enough? Bloody hell. That's a lot of life story you've told in what? 9 words. Yeah, let's go for that, because why not? Did you grow up with an abusive father? That's awful. I'm glad it's behind you. Letting go of anger is hard. Forgiveness is even harder. I felt the same. We can talk about it if you want to. And if you let me in, we might be able to deal with the pain and heal together. We all need some comfort these days. But again, and I point my pencil accusingly. Again, a demon masquerading as a human. I was gonna say a demon masquerading as a human wouldn't behave like this, but I am actually remembering something from a film I saw probably a decade and a half ago now. Was it one of the Men in Black films? There was like an alien that disguised itself as a human, and it needed like a human form to mimic, and it found a magazine which had a picture of a lady in it, and then used that form to lure other humans and then eat them. So it's actually not unprecedented, but I don't know really, because at this point, you know, I feel like if I make one choice, the internet is going to judge me one way, and if I make a different choice, then I don't really know what happens then. But I guess it will make for a more interesting video. At least that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it, so okay. You're probably gonna kill me, but okay. We'll give it a try. I am scared. Okay. It's you. Hello. Yes. You freaking out when your father's dead, so probably. Yes. Who did? Who did that? Visitors came to the house. They were sitting with us. He was talking to them about something, and they killed him. Oh, our house is now on fire. Ah, right. Well, I did promise I'd look after you, so... What? There's no place for me. That couple is here. I don't want to sit in that spot. Oh. Is that because there's too many people here? Yes, I'm afraid you're not going to, but I'll kick them out. They've been here long enough. They can get on with their lives. I did promise I'd look after you. Right. Okay. Let's all just collectively not look in that direction and just take a moment, take a breath, just slow down. Life's fast-paced and you need to slow down. So collectively, I want you all to just take a breath. Bloody hell. Okay, right. Good breath? Yes, oxygen's nice, isn't it? Okay. I refer to my paper from earlier, which says on it, and I quote, "Let the cat in?" ? I'm not entirely sure that... Can I let the cat in, but not the cat carrier? Is that a thing I can do? Because I'm absolutely certain that the thing carrying the cat ain't human. Hi. You open or not? Not a liquor store. I don't have business hours. Do you know a bald man? Too many questions. I've only asked you one. I know. How will help you? By giving you a book on grammar? How did you find my house? Sea City? Lived there. Saw your house. Walk over here. Not hot here. Right. Okay. You remind me of someone. Yeah, the desiccated corpse that's holding a desiccated corpse outside my back window. Somebody sent you here. Don't think so. Why matter? Prove that you're a person. 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 head. There are a lot of people that don't have 2 arms and 2 legs. They're perfectly human, so that doesn't prove anything. Not enough for you? Not really. Look at how white her teeth are. I can't see her nails, and her eyes don't look particularly bloodshot, but... Oh, it said let the cat in. But that's trusting the bald... the bald man who just talks BS. No, I've let enough. We've had enough rounds of musical chairs in this house. I'm sorry. I don't want to leave that cat in your care, but I also don't want to leave you in my care. So, no, you and your white teeth have to leave. Yes, that's what the last woman said. I know what you're trying to do. But no. Just no. Go back to wherever under the sun you crawled out of. Huh? What? What? Okay, fine. That's a problem for the morning. Oh my goodness gracious. I need to ring my neighbour in the morning and see if he's... Well, I mean, he's clearly not alive, but, you know, I guess it's worth a try. Bloody hell. I've definitely seen a similar image to this before, haven't I? I wander around the subreddits that just post random pictures because it's always fun trying to figure out which ones are real weird pictures and which ones are just somebody mocking something up in Photoshop to try and get a few votes. But I feel like I've seen that particular silhouette before. I don't know if maybe an image like that maybe inspired the art for this game, or if that was inspired by this. I don't really know, but that seems oddly familiar. Oddly familiar. Anyway, Well, he doesn't have to worry about his heating bill anymore, does he? Because he's dead. Oh, it's... yes, you. I'd completely forgotten about you. Okay, right, okay. Oh, blimey. You're more than welcome to sleep in the cupboard. You know what? Oh, it's alright, I'll sleep in the cupboard. You can do what you want, mate. I'll sleep in the cupboard. Oh, I can't sleep in the cupboard. Oh, okay, right. If the screen goes black, there's a reason. Oh, blimey, what have I got myself into? Okay, right, here we go. Brace yourselves. I'm not dead. Not yet anymore. Good afternoon. You're watching the news. Due to a sharp increase in suspected visitor sightings, FEMA has announced they are enacting a new protection measure. Effective immediately, a full quarantine will be enforced across all major population areas. Travel outside your city or to nearby villages is strictly prohibited. Please stay within your designated area. In addition, FEMA has revealed a new visitor identification procedure. Hairless armpits. What? Sorry, but that's just bollocks. Okay, fine. So, let me get this straight. To identify if somebody's a demon that crawled out from beneath the earth where the underground race of potato people live, I need to see if their eyes are bloodshot. I need to look under their nails for filth. I need to check their armpits for hair. I need to look at their teeth. This is getting weirder. Okay, I'm not entirely convinced, but okay. Okay, I'll write it down with my other list of ridiculous tests. Can you imagine if you were visiting somebody's house and they're like, right, arms up, time to test your humanity. Bloody hell. Yes, it's alright, mate. I know what a hairless armpit looks like. FEMA reports the visitors have no visible hair in this area, making it used for identification tool. Yes, I mean, lots of people have hairless armpits. They just prefer the way that it looks or feels. But okay, fine. They're asking citizens to bear with the test and comply with escorts to quarantines. I have a horrible feeling I've already complied with an escort, if you catch my drift. That's all for now. Stay calm and don't leave the house. Next up, a report on what you can do if you spot a visitor. A. Scream. B. Run away. Right, okay. Enough of that. Enough of all that. Okay. I really don't want to look at this man's armpits, but fine. Oh, sheesh. This cold weather has given me such a terrible case of the sniffles. Okay. Just breathe. You need a wash, sir. Looks like a rash, or worse, a fungus. Yes, wash. Oh, did I get it on that woman? Probably not a surprise. I should clean myself up. Maybe it'll help. Yes, let's have a wash. That was scary. Okay. I could check myself again, interestingly. I don't know if that would fix anything, but... Alright, that's fine. Do you think it's maybe the case that you can only have one person in each room? Because we've never seen two people in the same room. Because if the little girl's gone in the kitchen, that would sort of suggest that she's replaced the couple. So maybe you can only have one person in each room. Let's see who's in here. Yes, indeed. Right. How are you? I'm frightfully sorry, but I don't really know how to make that happen. What happened? I don't know. They came in and started talking. Dad said they were wrong, and then they said they... All right. You just have a rest. You have a rest. You bloody hell. All right, enough of that. I think I'm not I'm not overly concerned that she's a visitor. This man has been in my house for about 60 years, but he doesn't seem to have killed me, so that's fine. And there's nobody here. Tremendous. Is there anybody in the cupboard? Why would there be somebody in the cupboard? I don't know, but maybe one day there will be. I don't know. Can I call my neighbour again? I'm sure nobody will pick up because there's nobody there, and frankly, there's probably nothing there. But all right, we'll give it a try. Yep, I had a feeling. Alright. Alright. Let's... Oh, we gotta do something else, haven't we? We need to do something. Oi! You! Get your arms up! Oh, but how are you? Why do you ask? I smell something on you. You're right, you look a little poorly. I'm not the one with a fever. It's the whole planet. Everywhere you look, everyone's dying. The glaciers are melting, the forest is ablaze, the world is burning. I mean, that's just accurate. The planet is trying to shake us off like bloated fleas. One day it'll succeed, you know, and I don't think it'll be painless. Ugh, I don't feel well. Like I said before. Alright, what do we need to do this time? Arms up. No, but I guess it's as good as this. I thought all the strong stuff was gone already. Since you ask, I'll show you. Okay, good. That's enough. I appreciate that I made a weird request. There's no need to up the ante. Okay, go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Okay. Okay. I think it probably would have been prudent to do some tests before all of these people came into this house, especially this one. But here we go. Oh my goodness gracious. What? The fear that I might not be human? Yeah, I do feel it. I've been feeling it since the first person turned up on my doorstep. I can't really see you. I haven't tested anyone's eyes for a while. Eyes can give away a lot about how a person thinks. And yours is sort of rainbow coloured, which is kind of interesting, but okay. Okay, time to sleep again. That's an odd pose. Okay, let's actually look out the windows this time instead of... What under the sun is that? Is that the Aurora Borealis? You're looking at the ruins of your neighbour's house. A happy family lived there until recently. Now only a ghostly shell remains. A strange feeling overwhelms you, as if you knew this was coming. As if death was coming to that house very soon. Oh, okay. And the big shiny snake monster in the sky, that's just normal, is it? Alright. Fine. What day is it? Oh, it's still the day of the children. That's skull decorating a spike wearing a helmet. Its skin has been burnt black and it looks like someone has yanked out its teeth. The head must have been there all day. You can't shake the feeling that the grisly display is a threat, probably left behind by the creepy pale visitor. Yes, I don't claim to be an expert on non-verbal communication, but if you chop someone's head off, stick it on the end of a spike, and then put it in somebody's garden facing their window, that's a threat, okay? I don't care what kind of art project you were doing, that's a threat. Alright, who's this way? Some people, female officials, inspecting the site of the recent massacre. They're taking the dead soldiers' equipment and weapons to prevent looting. They probably didn't expect the pale visitors to survive against a group of armed soldiers. Now there are a few more body bags. I was going to say nothing good is happening, but that's just what... Oh no, not you again. Running a routine inspection of your neighbourhood, what, like you did last night? It won't take long. Okay. When will you When will you return the person you took? I don't know if I'm having a brain aneurysm or something, but I just read that as return, as in like turning again, for some bizarre reason. But okay, I've already had an inspection. The results were inconclusive. To study the sun's effect more thoroughly, we need to take someone else from your household. Okay. Who? Because I promised to look after the little girl, my neighbour's daughter. You can take Mr. Long. He's overstaying his welcome. He said rude things to me. Okay, who are you gonna take? No, no, that's the one person I said you weren't allowed to take. Oh, for goodness sake. If you're unable to immediately transfer a suspected visitor to a quarantine zone, issue them with a mandatory appearance slip. What are you blabbering on about? I received a FEMA notice. What? Oh, for goodness sake, you again. I don't remember telling FEMA they were allowed to do that. Goodness sake, why couldn't they get rid of that idiot in my drawing room? He's been there for ages, taking up space. Never mind. I see you're still holed up here. What did you think of that guy? The one in the suit? What? Oh, you mean the hazmat suit? Okay. I mean, he's made me break my promise to that little girl's father, so he's not my favourite person. Why feel at all? Everything's been decided for us. A blessing, wouldn't you say? Or do you want to fix it all by yourself? I mean, I'm doing what I can, I guess. I'm literally not spending the night alone crying. I was told if I did that, it would be dangerous. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. What can you do? Can you ward off death? Stop the floods, the fire, the decay? The only thing you can stop is a heartbeat. So, hello? Yes. Yes. I mean, no, not at all. This has been going on so long, I'm slightly at the end of my tether. Alright. No, I'm not alone. Still scrambling to survive in this new world, are we? Why is that? Dogs rule the world now, and only dogs survive here. You understand what I mean? Things will never go back to the way they were. Life's changed, and you're falling out of rhythm. Next time we meet will be interesting. I'm sure that it will be, because he is a great conversationalist. I'd love to actually be able to walk around my house a little bit from time to time. Has a girl in a poncho with purple hair been here? I don't know. Everyone's the same shade of bottle green. I don't think so. The only other woman I can think of is the woman who kept talking about the gigs. And she wasn't wearing a hat, was she? We don't have anyone like that in here. I mean, with some of the company I'm keeping, it's probably not. We don't have anyone like that in here. She's my daughter. I haven't been able to find her since this all began. We were supposed to leave this place. Then this abnormal heat wave hit. I passed out for about a week. I woke up and no one was home. No note, no trace. My daughter just vanished. Ah, okay. Where were you going? Somewhere FEMA can't reach us. Far away from here, basically. See, they're kind of looking for me because I know too much about them. Maybe it's them bastards that took my daughter. Maybe not. I mean, they've got precedent. They've got precedent. If they did, they won't touch her. It's me they want. Just let me crash here for a couple of days until FEMA leaves the area. I'll move on and keep looking for my daughter. I'll tell you everything. I know exactly where the visitors come from. I mean, I don't actually think, now that I say it, well, I was going to say I don't think that you look for the signs in people here. I think the tests are what you do, which consume energy in the daytime. But that lady that was holding the cat, she had very white teeth, disturbingly so. So maybe there are little... I mean, you know, there were other signs, like the creepy things that she said, the creepy way that she looked, the creepy way that she stood. All of the creepy things that happened were also kind of cluing me in. But in addition to that, the teeth as well. Alright. Okay. You know what? You've got me curious, and now that they've taken the children, I guess we've got room. Okay. Fine, I'll give you a try. There aren't many people left today who are actually here for us out. People like you are the ones who'll make it through this nightmare. Because you and I, we're immortal. That's a shame. I was rather looking forward to the end of this hellscape eventually. What? Learn the secrets of immortality from the forest. What are you blabbering on about? Okay. Let's pretend like we know what's going on. Hello, friend. Mind if I crash here for a bit? Everyone else either isn't home or got tossed out. Or who knows what. I thought I had a bunch of friends, you know. Figured we'd stick together through this. But here I am. Yeah, maybe if you didn't go around with such things written on your chest, people might feel a bit happier about you. I used to live with me, Ma, and Nana. We got kicked out. Debt collectors. Whole thing's a mess. Oh, okay. You've got loads of grumpy people chasing you. That makes me cheery. No. They're not after me. They're after my Ma, who you seemingly abandoned. She was just trying to protect me. Never told me anything. Basically, I won't be a burden. I'll tell you everything. Just let me in, friend. No. I can't see any bloodshot eyes. I can't see any dirt here. And people having funny faces doesn't seem to be much of a litmus test anymore, because everyone's got a funny face. And not the ha-ha kind of funny, but the gee, that's frickin' terrifying kind of funny. If you don't mind a misquote. You know what? I don't need the bailiffs round. You can jog on. Alright, I get it. No hard feelings. Take care out there, will you? Hope you make it through this. Easy come, easy go, so they say. Oh, blimey. Right, let's... I'm terrified of going to the door, and I'm terrified of looking out the windows, but I get more and more terrified of going to bed as well. Right, let's just ignore the fact that she's clearly having some kind of seizure and go to bed. What? Smells like someone died in the night. What? Emergency broadcast. Wildfires are spreading across the regions. Experts believe abnormally high solar activity is to blame. While the full scale of the disaster remains unclear, fire crews from nearby cities have been deployed to contain the blaze. Despite the fires, visitors continue to terrorize the nation. Yes, of course they do. FEMA has announced a new identifying sign to aid the public in their fight against the visitors. Aura film photography? What? What does that even mean? I'll write it down, but I don't know what it means. Do you mean like an interest in filming things? I have no idea what that means. But okay, fine. What? Dark patches appearing around a captured image is a strong indicator the subject may be a visitor. Oh, you mean take a picture of them? Oh, alright. Stay calm. Remain indoors during daylight hours. And now, some adverts. Hooray! Hooray for adverts. We'd probably get by without them, but never mind. Cashier's Day. Thank your local cashier. I mean, you probably should, actually. If they're working in retail, they'll probably have a ghastly life, so I would recommend that you're pleasant. Alright, well, I want to talk to the man with the infinite secrets of immortality. I'm just dying for a drink. Hand over a FEMA notice? What? What do you know about this? What's this? Fine, I'll take it. You didn't answer my question, though. What did you mean when you said we're immortal? Well, you could shoot yourself in the head and save yourself if you want, but I recommend against doing that. Of course we're not immortal in the way that you're thinking. After death we reincarnate and live again. Oh, I see. You mean when I bollock up, I can reload the game and start again? Ooh, couldn't have guessed that. Then we die once more and the cycle of rebirth continues. Oh, I see. He's just Buddhist and believes in reincarnation. I know how it sounds. If you'd seen what I'd seen, you'd understand. No, but if you'd seen what I've seen, or more specifically if you'd heard what I've just heard, you'd think that you made a mistake letting this man in the house. Maybe the visitors were once human, and then reborn. I can't say for sure. You can't say anything. I'm certain nature keeps plenty of secrets from us, but I'll find my daughter one day. I'm not sure if I'll do it in this life or the next, but I will, because we never truly die. Okay, that's fine. Could you do me a big favour and sit on a chair? Right. It's my... Oh. Oh yes! I forgot! Someone died, didn't they? And I forgot. Did he just... Was he really that sick? Kind of him to chop himself up and put himself in bags for me. Okay, there's no one in here, is there? No, because they got kidnapped. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll take a photograph of myself because I'm just that vain. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't take photographs of myself? Oh, interesting. Have I been through all of them? I think I have, haven't I? I suppose in that case, we'll just test this guy a bit and see what we find. I wish to test you. I knew you'd say that. Of course you did. All right, let's try the old classics. Let's have a look at your teeth. They're pretty good. Haven't had a chance to brush them these past few weeks. Lucky me. His teeth are in pretty good nick as they go. Alright, let's have a look at you. They do look pretty freaking dirty. Digging through a lot of filth recently. I'm not as confident about this as I once was. Alright. If he hasn't had a chance to brush his teeth and he hasn't had a chance to shave his face, he wouldn't have had a chance to shave his armpits. Don't be like the other bloke. What the hell? Okay. I've had it with you. Get out. Pull the trigger and you'll learn nothing more about the visitors. Yeah, I'll learn exactly what they look like when they're towering over my bed, choking me in the night, if you don't get out of my house. Shoot him or hear him out. I thought they'd just leave. No. Oh, if I kill him, there's only one person left in the house, which means if she dies, then I'm all alone. Okay. I'll hear him out. Real telling. Fima's completely lost it. What's next? I can't test him anymore, can I? No, of course not. No. Okay. I kind of wish I shot him. Yeah, I kind of wish I had. I didn't think that was the choice. I thought it was like point a gun at him and tell him to leave. Oh, good, more seizures. I thought it was point a gun at him and tell him to leave. But a woman crying over her wounded husband. What are you talking about? That's clearly that pale leper visitor man who's dragging a corpse along. You can't tell if he's alive or dead. Tear Street, she drags his heavy body away from the gunfire. You're left with a single thought. Things will only get worse. Yeah, they don't seem to be getting any bloody better, do they? Along the path is littered with bodies of those who tried to run. Nearby, the man responsible, a female officer. He holds a rifle, smoke still drifting from the barrel. Were they people who were trying to escape the quarantine zone? Bloody hell. Panicked people rush to nearby houses. They bang on doors, desperate for shelter, but it seems no one is willing to let them in. Bloody hell. This world keeps getting weirder and we're at the beginning of the end. Oh. Okay. Oh. That's it. Well, that's interesting. Well, it's just you, me, and a man I pulled a gun on. Let's go back to sleep. We interrupt this program with breaking news. Reports of civil unrest are coming from a neighbouring city. Due to unresolved circumstances, FEMA forces have sealed off the area. Remain in your homes. Stay where you are and await further instructions. And remember, support FEMA and join the fight against the visitors. That's the latest for now. A special report on the nature of the visitors, which would surely be the only thing you'd be talking about, but never mind. Alright. Let's do more tests. Why is FEMA looking for you? I was in the epicenter of all this when it went down. In the area where those things started crawling out. You ever hear those stupid urban legends about demons on the outskirts of town? No, because I don't have any friends. I didn't even have anybody in this house apart from me until you lot turned up. Never mind, nobody remembers stuff like that now. Turns out they weren't just rumours, and FEMA knew about it all along. They claimed... What are you talking about? FEMA didn't exist before all this started. They claimed there wasn't anything supernatural going on. Now the sun's burning everyone to a crisp, while monsters from underground are killing off the survivors. Basically, FEMA realised they screwed up big time, and they're scrambling to cover up their incompetence. I just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'll do more tests. Let's have a look at your Jeepers Creepers. Well, he hasn't got the bloodshot eyes. That's the first symptom that he's not displayed, which is real interesting. Let's have a go with the photo. We haven't tried that. Have I heard of vampires? They don't show up in photos, they only move at night. They're immortal. Okay, that's it. I don't care. I have absolutely had it with you. Hope you loaded something silver in that thing, otherwise you're just wasting bullets along with the last of my patience. Wait, hang on. If he is immortal, then shooting it won't work. No, because he said he's immortal because he died, but then he just kill him. Did I get it right? Did I think I got it right. I made a good choice. Not letting him in the first bloody place. Bloody hell. I should have guessed. I should have guessed that his promise of information was too good to be true. Ugh, I'm still all grubby. I better wash up again. It didn't seem to work, but persistence pays off sometimes. Ugh, I've got red marks on my hands as I'm dragging the body bags outside. Oh, blimey. I haven't tried this again, have I? I don't know what all this is about. I don't know how you'd go about this. Well, I know how you'd go about it. You'd clearly just, very gently, very carefully try to... Presumably, there's one of these which is correct, and, a million which are wrong. It's just a case of finding the right one. But, I don't know what that would tell you. But, I don't know. Time for bed. Time for sleepy time. Well, the monsters are getting progressively worse as time goes by. A group of evicted stand by your neighbour's ruined house. They're in shock, whispering among themselves. They likely want to take shelter there. But is there any place left to hide from this? Any place in the world? Frankly, I'm just surprised the whole place isn't burnt down after what I saw last night. On the path, a man stands, armed with an assault rifle. He looks completely insane. On that, we agree. His jacket is covered with torn-out teeth, eyes, and who knows what else. I can guess what else, and I don't want to see what they are. I'm just glad that the last trophy on a pike has been removed. What if they're trophies? What if he killed us not for defense, but for sport? Whatever the case, you hope you're not his enemy. Yes, maybe stop freaking looking at him. He can't hunt you down if you don't know he doesn't know you exist. On a pole, a man hangs with a sign that reads, "You took everything from me." Was he robbed? Did FEMA take his family? Your mind races, but there were no answers, only guesses. Okay. What do you want to bet that it's going to be the third encounter with that cheery chappie with no shirt and nope, 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 nope. I can see what's wrong with him, and he seems unable to answer. Yes, because someone's sewn his mouth up. He mumbles something while waving his arms. You can't be sure, but his cheeks seem wet with tears. I'm sorry. I should probably let you in. That's not how anyone would disguise themselves as a... I am a bit concerned about the fact there's only one person in the house. And I need to... Because what I think it is if I lie to the visitors and tell them that I'm with company when I'm not, I feel like they won't believe me and they'll kill me. So I feel as if I have to have some people in the house. You must have to have some people in the house, because if you didn't have anyone in the house, you could just turn everyone away. So there must be a game mechanic that makes you want to bring people in, but then a game mechanic which means you don't want to bring people in, because you want to let in humans, not visitors, obviously, but... Alright. You know what? You've clearly had a rough time, and with that guy standing on my back lawn, I feel like I can't live with myself if I leave you out there, as much as I really don't think I should let you in. But okay, you can come in. I'm convinced that's going to be the death of me, but here we go. Hello! You look like you've just wandered out of Point Lookout. How are you? Listen, I'm, when am I sort of lay low here for a bit? What happened? Where do I even start? I am a cabbie, right? So I was driving this passenger and, well, you know how it goes. Turns out he wasn't who he said he was. Now he's not here, and neither is my car. What happened to the passenger? I ain't exactly paranoid or nothing, but he was a visitor. I kind of caught a glimpse of him in the rearview mirror and saw those billboard white teeth, you know. Didn't think twice, just drove into FEMA. Big mistake. They sort of wanted to haul me along with whatever I'd brought them, so I bolted. I can't go home now, you know. Why not? Bet those sneaky jerks are already waiting there for me. No. No, this is the first time I think I've seen someone that's behaving in a way that does seem like an impersonation. I think he could be a visitor who's trying to say, oh, look at me, I saw a visitor and I took him straight to the authorities. So I'm clearly not a visitor, because the visitor wouldn't do that. Honest. So that is what's putting me off. His story about not liking FEMA either is slightly more convincing. But again, I have more than enough reason to not like FEMA. So I think he's trying to play on that as well. So I just don't trust you. No, you're too good to be true. I panicked, sure, but you ain't got no reason to shut me out. Damn it. You know, better than FEMA. Well, at least the world's not on fire anymore, which is something. People got real roughed up in them fires, didn't they? Can you let me in, pal? Okay, start from the beginning. I got caught in the midday sun. Do mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun while putting out forest fires? Well, that's frightfully good Samaritan of you, but I'm the only one left from my squad. The boss just wouldn't let them leave. They're on shift eternally. Oh. Are there hospitals in this world? Is there a hospital you can go to? There are no more hospitals. When the visitors came, the whole point of hospitals went up in smoke. Hard to get treatment if you can't trust who's treating you. There's no helping me now. I'd have been better off putting out those fires and dying up there with my buddies. I don't have much time left anyway. Well, then it doesn't seem to make much difference whether I let you in or not, so you can buzz off. I have a slip of paper with me. It's some kind of important document. I'll give it to you if you let me in. Let me live my final days in peace. Fine, but in the morning, I'm looking at your teeth and your eyes and your fingernails and everything else, and I am more than happy to shoot you in the face if I have to. Okay, I'll give it a try. I don't think I'll be in your hair for too long. Ugh, at least I won't have to die alone in the dark. Could you stop saying such depressing things? Gave us a slip of paper at work before we went to put the fires out. It's a mandate telling us to report to a FEMA quarantine zone. But why go there if everyone who does ends up dead? I don't need it anyway. You can throw it away or use it for something else. Oh, accept bribe. Shameless. I suppose that's one way of looking at things. Bloody hell. That is interesting though, because that guy who I shot in the face was... Bloody hell, that's a dark thing to say, isn't it? That guy that I shot in the face... He was definitely here for at least 1 or 2 nights, wasn't he? So, I think... You know, that neck is a bit worrying. What? Take responsibility for... What? What? What?! Maybe I shouldn't have shot that vampire in the face. Maybe I should have let him do his worst. Oh, bloody hell, I have a horrible feeling what's going to happen. When I started the previous night, I saw a different shape in the bed, shall we say, which I thought in the back of my brain, is that? And then I thought, no, surely not. And now I think maybe, you know, it was. You know, that whole curved neck thing, you know, like a snake, that frightens me. But I think we've got more to worry about. Oh, blimey. Good afternoon. It's not a good afternoon. We bring you an important update. New details have emerged regarding a recent incident that unfolded in the city. It seems one of the city's quarantine zones came under attack from an armed individual. The suspect's motive remains unclear. Really? I'd say in this world of ours, motives are pretty clear. It's unknown if the attacker had accomplices. Notably, several unverified individuals escaped from the quarantine zone. Oh, blimey, he's been sacked. Silence is the harbinger of death. What? A sinister quiet that drains the soul, but worse than the emptiness is the ringing. Someone's got tinnitus or whatever it's called. A distant funeral knell, growing ever louder. What are you blabbering on about? The bell toiled for all of us, filling our ears with an endless din. Filthy thoughts caught in webs of wax. Infernal nest where the visitors thrive, tangled deep in sticky sustenance. Sounds like you're describing what's been happening in that bed, mate. What? Is that Latin? I don't know. Okay. Special report on the temporary suspension of corpse disposal. What? 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 I thought she'd had a baby. Should be a hell of a gestation period, but sheesh. Nope. She seems to be dead. Okay, well, it's a good thing I let more people into my house, isn't it? Because I was worried about them dying. Except this guy's probably going to fall over stone dead in 5 minutes. It's so hot. How are you? It seems like it's even worse than I thought. I don't think I'll hold out longer than a week. We've probably been playing this for a week already. Bloody hell, we've actually probably been playing for about 2 hours. I'm just so enthralled by this, and I want to see if there's... Well, there must be an ending, right? Like, more than just a how many days can you survive. There must be an ending beyond that, right? Like that, well, I'm sure is a visitor. The guy with sort of straight dark hair and no shirt, who's visited us twice before. He said that the third visit would be interesting. So I feel like we'll hold out at least as long as it takes for that to happen. Or at least how long it takes for me to get through a video without hiccuping. It eased the pain a little when you let me in, though, so I thank you for that. But now I'm just sitting here while the rest of the guys are out there dying. I could have stayed with them. It's not like I had anything to lose, but I'm already on the way out after all. Oh, okay, well, that's enough from him, I think. Right, who else did I let in? What? No, I'm sure I let someone else in. I let in the man who doesn't speak. Yes. This gentleman. Oh, you cut the stitches off your mouth. Okay. It doesn't seem to have made much of an improvement, but he seems to be speaking in the same language as the radio, which is interesting. Okay. Let's do some tests. Ears. Oh, so you were actually talking. Oh, right then. Let's look at your teeth now that we can see them. Okay. Well, his teeth don't seem to suggest that he's a demon, so that's good. What about the eyes? The eyes look fine as well. That's good. That's good. Bloody hell. I remember, was it an old naval punishment to sew up someone's mouth? Horrific thing to do. Let's try the photos, I guess. It's just so beautiful. Yeah, I don't like the sound of that. Is it enough if one person has one sign? Is that enough for them to be a visitor? I don't know. Because we've got like 6 different signs to look for at the moment. And some of them are very human and very kind of explainable in that, you know, anybody could have dirty fingernails. And anybody could have bloodshot eyes for a variety of different reasons. So, am I not going to clean up? What was that? I know what that noise was. Oh, bloody hell. And we cleaned up a tad. Right. Okay. Bloody hell. Right, what's at the windows? Ooh, a group evicted by FEMA has settled in your neighbour's house. Though little remains, the basement seems intact. A small pocket of safety. For how long can they keep hiding? Not very long if they leave the lights on. I'm sure someone will see them in no time at all. Wild dogs roam the streets. Their bodies bear shallow burns and the hunger wears them thin. Inside your house, you don't fear them. But now you can't shake the feeling. It's better not to go outside. Really? I'll let you in on a little secret game. I didn't want to go out of the house because of the soldiers. The crazy vigilantes with the guns and severed fingers. And also the creepy visitors who severed people's heads and stuck them on pikes. Those were the reasons I didn't want to go outside, not because of the happy pooch. But, you know, not everyone cottons on as quick as I do, so, you know.
Ma scendi effettivamente adesso si potrebbe andare.
Is that a real language? It sounds like it might be a real language. It sounds like possibly a Eastern European language, perhaps? It has that sort of tone to it. I don't know how exactly. Small groups carrying their belongings gather nearby. They whisper, careful not to be heard by the female officers. Looks like they're from the quarantine zones and are moving into former residents' homes. Now the hanging man holds a grim welcome sign, because nothing says welcome to town like hanging corpses. Bloody hell. Alright, who is it? Oh, it's you again. We require more test subjects. Why am I your favourite victim for this? The sooner we get them, the better. You know, the sooner you go away. Bring back the ones you took away in the first place. You're in no position to make demands. You've done nothing but try to get in our way. And look where that's got us. We recently had to wipe out a visitor colony. They've set up colonies? A place that used to be my hometown. When are you going to get rid of the visitors? I think they just did. At least some of them. How long is this going to carry on for? We're still studying the causes of these events. Stay out of our way. Then stop coming round my ass! Hard to say when things will return to normal. We need to run more tests to keep things under... Would you stop doing tests? You clearly know plenty of tests. I just don't think any of them work. Cooperate with us and it'll be over before you know it. Ah. So I have to hand someone over to you, right? What happens now? We need people. 2? It'll speed things up. Bloody hell. So I can say no, or I can say yes. I've only got 2 people. If I give up the 2 people and that guy comes round and knocks on my door and says, "Are you alone?" I'm going to have to lie to him, and I don't think he's going to believe me. I don't feel like I'm in much of a position to say no, though. I'm going to try, but I don't think it's going to work. No. I feel like I'm about to get shot in the face. Have it your way. You enjoying the view behind me? That's what happens when stubborn assholes like you get in our way. Resist and it'll happen again. We care about the city, which is why we burned it to the ground. Just give us people. Oh, you'll get them back soon. Yeah, like cheery Charlie, who you took, and crying Carla, who you took, and everyone else whose names I can't remember, and you never bring any of them back. Okay, well, if the next person who knocks on the door is not the visitor, we've basically got to let them in. And, of course, it's some creepy crackpot. Bloody hell. Your house is perfect. I can feel it. The feng shui is just right, and the architecture is beauteous. Yes, and it's mine. Why do you say that as if he's about to run off with it? You can't steal someone's house. It's nailed to the ground. What exactly are you feeling? Death. Death hath taken a liking to your house. She's quite fond of it. In fairness, how many people have died in my house? 2? There was the lady, and then there was the tall man, wasn't there? Nobody else has died. There was... Oh, and the vampire I shot in the face. He didn't... Well, he died, but he was killed. You know, he didn't die of natural causes as opposed to the other 2. Interesting. Yes. She's had a few. I don't know how many people have died here. I just gave you a list. A laundry list. Her presence is strong. Who are you, and why are you dressed like that? You look like a cultist. Yeah, I mean, that's the slightly more direct way of saying it. Who are you? We are the harbingers of a new faith. The orators of a hallowed doctrine. Death hath come. She wishes only to soothe humanity, to free us from our chaos, bitterness, and bedlam. We are simply helping her draw closer. How? By stabbing people with big knives? It is the only way to find salvation. There's no going back. Okay, so other than slitting my throat, what do you want? We must perform the burial ritual in ways anew. Your house is perfect for it. Yes. Death's influence is strong here. What's been happening here anyway? You don't want to know. Crazy stuff. Crazy people come in here with their crazy stories. Some of them I let in, some of them I tell them to buzz off. But whatever the decision is, you can be certain it's wrong. In any case, let my brothers trespass here. Protect them. They must survive long enough to complete their tasks. I'm not exactly burning with excitement at the prospect. I was so sure I was going to say no. I was so and I still haven't quite made up my mind, but I was so sure I was going to say no. But the fact that he's said brothers and they, as in plural, presumably, that would mean I'd be letting in more than one person. And then that would give me more meat shields if FEMA come back, and it mean I wouldn't have to lie when the visitor returns. So I don't have a tremendously positive option to give here, but it sounds like a big ask. It is a tall order. The road to higher purpose is not one easily travelled. Do not long for peace, a world where no one is a burden to any other. Watch over my people, and remember, if one of them dies, your house will be reduced to nothing. Okay, now I've made up my mind. I don't want them here. Alas, there's no other way. I'll just shoot you all. I don't like being threatened, but fine, I'll help. No. I think you need to jog on. You think we few are all that carry the torch of our faith? Probably not, but when they try to get through the door, they won't be able to, because there'll be a heap of a dozen corpses of their brothers blocking the doorway, and they won't be able to get out of the way. You want to do a burial ritual? I'll give you plenty of bodies, your own. Others will come while you sleep. They'll douse the house in gasoline and strike a match. Even if you survive the blaze, your house will be gone. Where will you run? Perhaps. Let them stay. I doubt it shall take very long. Oh, okay. Oh, it's him. Maybe that's what happened to my neighbour. But he did let some people in. Interesting. Keeping your distance, huh? Yeah, behind a very locked door. Good! That improves your odds of survival. Unless you're a visitor. How would I be a visitor? I'm in well, in fairness, there wasn't. There was a visitor in this house, but I shot him, so we're clearly on the same page. So you can, go elsewhere. Who are you? Someone who's here to clean up the filth. My neighbour's been dealt with. You don't need to know nothing else about me. Is that a broom in your pocket? Or are you just eager to shoot me? What's with the gear? Is that supposed to make you visitor-proof? I don't really want to get on this guy's bad side, because he seems to have more bullets than I do. Blimey. Does it help in your fight? Visitor-proof? Oh, you mean my necklace? That's a good term. I'll have to start using that. It's a reminder so I don't forget how many houses and how many towns I've purged. I pull a single tooth from each visitor. They're the easiest trophies to take. And if one really leaves an impression on me, I might take something else. Oh. Okay. Well, there's no visitors here. As a matter of fact, there's only me. And I'm sure I'm not a visitor. Because I've got very hairy armpits. Hold it! You already asked your questions. Now I'll ask mine. Anything going on in this neighbourhood? Any threats I should keep an eye out for? Yes. You see, like, the house that's, like, 50 miles in that direction? Yeah, that one. There's definitely a visitor living in that one. I wouldn't know, because I don't know anything about visitors, of course. But if you go, like, all the way over there, then that would be brilliant. Except you can't get there in a straight line. You've sort of got to go around this big fiery pit thing from FEMA. So it's not actually 50 miles, it's like 50 miles in that direction, and then you've got to swing around, and it's like 120 in the whole wang of things, and then there's 120 back, and it'll take you at least like 7 years to make the journey. But you'll definitely kill a visitor, and you'll be as far away from me as is humanly possible. So that sounds like a chipper idea, doesn't it? Yeah, blimey. A half-naked visitor annihilated an entire patrol. Visitors keep showing up. I wouldn't tell him that. FEMA's been taking people. No clue if they come back. There's definitely a bloke with no shirt on who keeps killing people around here. Just one. Half-naked. So he wasn't wearing any protective armor? Interesting. You actually saw him? I believe that you did. You don't talk like someone who's in the habit of spreading rumours, really. Because with that gun, mate, I'd say anything to get rid of you. You've got my attention. I'll be back again. You really don't need to be. Oh, blimey. I kind of need to let someone in, don't I? Before... Oh, my goodness. Why can't there just be nice people? Why can't a nice, friendly person come out? I miss the days of the woodcutter and his mute wife. Do you ever dream? I mean, not about anything pleasant. You know, dreams. You know what a dream is. When you sleep. Just see anything? You know what I realised? People barely dream anymore. Why do you think that is? I don't know. Reminds me of an episode of Star Trek where people could get into REM sleep and then they were all hallucinating and going crazy and killing each other. Maybe that's what's going on. Did you dream? It's hard to say. I haven't slept in 6 days. Maybe if I did, a dream would come. It sounds like you need one. Come in, I guess. But okay, fine. I'll try to fall asleep here, though. Rest will probably escape me. If someone else in this house dreams, that would be just as nice. I need someone in this house before that guy turns up and asks if I'm alone. And I don't think there's anyone else left in this house. I just really don't know what that half curtain I clicked on was. Okay, bloody hell, we're probably going for about 2.25 hours, but I'm really enthused to keep playing this. I would have thought I'd have died quicker than this, though. FEMA's currently assisting victims of the quarantine zone attacks. Due to overcrowding in existing facilities, the agency has made the following decision. Evacuated residents will be temporarily housed in buildings in the outskirts of the city. Fortunately, local homeowners are cooperating with FEMA and have offered shelter. As of this report, only a portion of the escaped individuals have been located. Thankfully, oh no, here we go again. A new identifier has been announced earlier today. Bleeding gums! Oh, well, at least I can check their gums and teeth at the same time. Right. Wait for a scheduled FEMA patrol and report the suspect to the relevant authorities. And remember, stay where you are and await further instructions. That's the latest. Now, a report on a dangerous new cult! Just to keep things frickin' cheery. Bloody hell. This is a very tiring world we live in, and it has nothing to do with the fact that it's 9:30 at night. Who are you? Oh. The brothers did come in. I don't entirely remember consenting to that. I seem to remember changing my mind rather vehemently. Okay, I just want to sit rep and just see who, if anybody, is in my house. Alright, so these people are here. What I do not claim to be a qualified childcare professional, but I'm pretty damn certain that you don't keep children on ceiling fans. have a feeling that I need to find an incidence of this baby in each room and then kind of click on it. I don't really know why, maybe just for an achievement. But it certainly does seem sort of vaguely important. I don't really know why. And I'm kind of ashamed of myself that we got into this situation in the first place, but you know, here we are. I'm not seeing the baby in any of the other rooms. Back in here. Back in here. Where have you gone? Little what the is that weird? What is that weird line? I really don't know. Oh, I see. So you can still have the beer and kind of just like use that to spend out the remainder of your day. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyway, let's have a talk to culty chaps. Oh my goodness. Getting a cult choir together, are you? You look scared. He looks like he's just been kicked in the gonads. You're observant, homeowner. Unlike my brothers in faith, I still struggle with fear. Doubt torments me. What lies beyond life? What does it feel like? Our mentor teaches us it's neither heaven nor hell. It's something else. I can't seem to grasp it. If ever he doesn't fully understand death, will we ever truly understand her? If reaching her isn't enough, what if she is truly beyond comprehension entirely? I dare not question our mentor's will, for in his eyes I see confidence and understanding. He asks us to embrace faith and steel our resolve, to be ready. Only then can we cross the rivers of dead and mountains of bones to reach her. Death. Well, it's a hobby, innit? How are you? Do visitors dream? I don't know. What do you think of this? What's that? Oh, fine. I'll say. I gave it away. Did you get any sleep? I wasn't really trying to sleep. Why? You desperately need it. I hope here. So, I mean, there's 5 of us now. There's a statistically good chance. Maybe 6. No one shared any dreams with me yet. Maybe I don't look trustworthy. Oh, it's your creepy little face. I don't know. Fine, let's do some tests. Let's see what changed overnight. Do you get different test results on different days? I don't know. Let's have a look in the lugs. Haven't heard of that one before. Yeah, I've not tried it either. I don't really know what I'm looking for, but okay. What's the verdict? Do you even know what to look for? I mean, not really. Okay, fine. Let's try some other things. Grubby fingernails? His hands are ready to push through anything in their way. In that way, maybe I'm clawing my way into my own dreams. No. Fingers seem pretty clean. I don't need to dream. I need to dream, don't I? Yes, you do. If you don't have REM sleep, it's very bad for your brain. But that's not the point. Okay, let's try the photo. That seems to be pretty conclusive most times around. See, is that bad enough? Because I've yet to see a photograph that did look normal. It's not just the normal one. It has some sort of aura. That's kind of empty. Yeah, below your eyes. Are you sure that thing even works? Not really. Does an aura exist? Have you seen one? I saw the Aurora Borealis about 3 times out of my window because apparently I live at the North Pole. Dreams exist. At least they used to. But an aura? I have no idea what you're talking about. I am so tired. I just want to sleep for 1,000 years. Look on the bright side. I can say with... No one's knocking at my door. I can say with absolute truth that I'm not alone. You see the child again, but what is it doing over there? Is it devouring a dog? No, they're pressed close to the animal's chest. You stand frozen, unable to move. Why won't it go to its mother? Because and I don't want to put too fine a point on this, I'm pretty sure I put the baby's mother in a body bag. I don't know. I'm not a pregnatologist. I don't understand these things. It's all the miracle of life, innit? I don't comprehend such worlds. The world outside fades from view, swallowed forever by a thick fog. Right, okay, there's something really freaking weird going on with that baby, and I don't know what it's all about. But here we are. What? There's no time for this today. There's no time for this today. What are you talking about? So I can look out of that one, but not out of this one? Well, thank you, Day. Yes. Yes, thank the world for being a burnt hellhole? It's what it seems to be every time I look out my frickin' door. Oh, I think we might have reached an end. You sense a presence nearby. You saw the child, yes, but that's not what this is about. Something keeps watching you. A choking fog smothers the world, swallowing every sound. Its silence envelops the world like cotton. Sounds like people whispering. You call out, but the air falls still. Is meeting them a good omen? Or are they harbingers of disaster? The child stirs in their arms. Can no longer bring light into the world. At least, you don't think it can. Is it our salvation or damnation? Panic grips you. Three of them yank the child in opposite directions. You raise your gun and fire, blindly, somewhere, anywhere. Okay. That's what I was kind of thinking. What is this? Why is everyone dressed like that? More figures emerge within the fog. You're the prophet. A woman says, "Don't you see? You name the sins of this world. You are our salvation." Me in my blue jumper. The child would have led us to a kingdom of horror. No one is ready, but you drive the darkness away and usher the coming of paradise. Your sacrifice will save us all. Her words leave you paralyzed. What is this madness? Whatever they mean, one thing is sure. The child is no longer among the living. Who knows what they'll do to you? It's a much bigger team behind us than I expected. Much bigger team. This much more came across as a little random indie thing rather than seeming, at least from the credits, like a sort of a, I don't say legitimate game, but you know what I mean. More big budget game. Bloody hell. Raised more questions and answered none. Consultation of religious studies. For a cat. That's cute. collection. What's collection? Are there like 11 different endings, maybe? I have absolutely no idea what ending that was. I'm guessing it was a combination of letting in the woman who seemed to get pregnant and have a child, and then that cult, like these three cultists here. It seemed to be a combination of those two things. What's this? Oh, are these like all the different people that I've met? Interesting. So I met like 25 or 68 people. Can I find out information about them? Or I can just see them? Oh, okay. So I don't get like information about them, like if they really are if they really are... Oh, the cat's not there anymore. If they really are I like these three. This guy looks like he's just been kicked in the arse. This guy looks like he's having himself a go on a PlayStation. And this guy here is just saying, no thanks mate, I've had quite enough. I'm full, thank you very much. My belly is full. I've had enough. My goodness, what a fascinating game. What a fascinating game. Long time since we saw you, innit? Bloody hell. This game would be amazing for replaying, because I've been playing for like nearly 2.5 hours, I think, and I've only encountered, less than half the people, and clearly there's a lot of other endings yet to see. How very interesting. I'm guessing... I don't think I can click on these. I'm guessing these are kind of... like the tests that you would do, like looking at people's eyes, looking at people's teeth. That is so interesting. That dynamic of having to let people in, but also not wanting to let people in, is really nicely done. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again because it remains true. In my opinion, the best kind of horror is a mysterious one, which doesn't leave you with answers, it leaves you with questions. Because a story that gets tied up neatly and all left with a little bow on it doesn't keep you up at night, right? But a good horror story should keep you up at night. And it can often do that by not answering questions, leaving a bit of mystery, leaving you with a fear of whatever it is because it hasn't been resolved. And this does that really well. I feel like one of the reasons behind that, one of the reasons why, even though it sort of presented answers, because I felt like we were starting to learn a little bit more about FEMA, and that they didn't seem quite as good as they were originally suggested to be by the newscaster. At the same time, what this game has taught me is that I can't really trust what anybody says, either because they're genuinely not telling me the truth, like the guy who was a visitor who I shot, the vampire guy, who clearly claimed to be otherwise, so I couldn't trust what he said. But then with everyone else, it was just my own sheer paranoia that prevented me from believing anybody, because there's no way of proving anything, right? With the exception of shooting someone and getting an achievement for killing a visitor, which I feel like is a little bit cheating, because I'm not entirely sure how else you'd know if somebody was a visitor or not. But that is really, really good, very, very nicely put together, and very, very disturbing. I am going to be thinking about this for a while. That's genuinely a very, very creepy game. Tremendously well done, and a testament to that is the fact that I have been playing it for 2.5 hours, and, you know, I could go for more. I won't, because it's late and I need to go to bed and get up for work in the morning, and I've kind of had a little bit of enough. But I'd love to see what the other endings are. I'd love to see what the other characters are. do you think, are the characters always the same? In that, like, the one guy who we know is a visitor was this guy. We know he was a visitor, despite the fact that I thought he put on one of the best performances, which perhaps goes some way to explaining, bloody hell, those eyes. Those eyes. He put on one of the best performances, I think, of not seeming like a visitor, but actually being one. Is it the case that every time you encounter that character, he is a visitor? Or is it the case that sometimes you can encounter him and he's not a visitor, other times you can encounter him and he is a visitor? I don't know. But, I feel, if nothing else, I feel justified. I feel justified that I let that lady into the house, because if I hadn't done that, that baby wouldn't have come along and we wouldn't have had that really interesting ending. We probably would have got a completely different one, which would have been equally interesting, so there's really no justification for what I did, but hey ho. I hope, if nothing else, it made for an interesting video. Blimey, what a game, eh? What a game. Very impressed indeed, and thank you to my friend for recommending this to me. I get good recommendations for games. People always find the weirdest, creepiest games to recommend to me, and I'm very grateful for it. So I think that's enough of that. I am not very likely to open my door to anybody for a very long time, unless they're waving an eBay package of some random thing that I've bought in a midnight auction. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed that. I very much did. Look after each other, and good night.